Law and Interpretation Changes 2006, in retrospect. In 2006, the following laws and interpretations were implemented. These changes made the game a more free-flowing and continuous spectacle, making it harder for teams to flood. They will continue to be enforced in 2007. Allow a shot for goal from directly in front if the mark or free kick is awarded in the goal square.
Off hands to Hahn, snap, it's 2-on-1 in the square.
Morgan marks the ball in the goal square and is lined up directly in front.
And you see the mark in the square results in the straight shot, no angle.
Remove the requirement to wait for the flags to be waved before bringing the ball back into play.
So West right on the 50.
The fullback can kick the ball back into play immediately after the goal umpire has signalled that behind has been scored. This has resulted in a reduction in zoning and a more free-flowing game. Automatic time on from the time the field umpire crosses his arms to when the ball is bounced or thrown up. There is now an accurate and consistent approach to time on in AFL football. Umpires have been instructed to bounce the ball and throw the ball in following a stoppage quickly, reducing the number of players at stoppages. Reduce tolerance for holding players after a mark or free kick. Quick implementation of the 50-metre penalty. Tivendale holds his opponent when not in the marking contest and was correctly penalised 50 metres.
50, holding on!
All 50-metre penalties were implemented more quickly. This interpretation allowed the team with the ball to play on quickly, making it harder for teams to flood. Stricter enforcement of holding and blocking in marking and ruck contests. Jolly pushes his opponent out of the contest, allowing the third man up to control the tap. Jolly and revolt. Third man up was Roberts Thompson.
Push him out of the ruck contest. He was shepherding him out. I'm trying to keep him out of the ruck contest.
Hunter holds his opponent in the marking contest. Stricter interpretation for a deliberate kick out of bounds. Bassett intentionally kicks the ball out of bounds. Kicking to touch is not recognised as part of Australian football.
Oh, nothing to go to. He just banged on the boot. Was that deliberate? And he's been pinged. It is a deliberate out of bounds. Rules umpire goal.
Dropped mark. The umpire can recall the ball for a field bounce following an incorrect decision to award a player a mark. Robertson was awarded a mark when the ball had not been held. Play was not continuous, therefore a field bounce or throw-up will result. Fisher was incorrectly awarded a mark and was immediately called to play on.
David Meats might miss a game or two, maybe this season's gone, but it comes from your leadership group.
The play was continuous and nobody was disadvantaged by the call. Players shooting for goal will be limited to 30 seconds.
You can just get it going, doesn't have to think too much about it.
Sets it up to Rocker.
Rocker takes the mark and goes through his goal-kicking procedure. He moves in to kick the ball within the 30-second time limit.
Well, we've talked about when will Collingwood start doing that. I'm thinking now, when will you take Roughhead down there? He's only in his second year, Jared Roughhead, but he's got a smart head on his shoulder and doesn't mind the argy-bargy, and Rocker won't upset him too much.
Kicked one in each quarter of the game. And he's got another one.
Focus on detection of infringements by taggers. Judd is held as the ball is thrown back into play at a boundary throw-in.
That was Josh Carr manhandling Judd, went straight past his own player and just grabbed hold of him by the jumper.